Hey guys, it's Matt Light, and welcome to episode 20. That's right, double digits to zero.
Double tan!
One more episode into legally able to drink alcohols and smoke crack. I am your host, Matt Light, and alongside me here is my friend, my co-host, my producer, the guy that makes me look good. Not in real life because I'm good looking, but he makes me funnier. Hey, you do because you're uglier than me. Dustin Dowling, everybody.
Thank you.
Now, you're a good-looking guy.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You're the only guy that I know that can actually pull off a thick mustache.
You know what? It's been an improving thing over the years, too. I've used a couple tricks because I think you ever see pictures of yourself thinking you pulled something off?
Yeah.
You're like, man, and then you're like, ugh, I had that all wrong.
Did you have certain phases of facial hair when you started?
Oh, yeah, like because it would grow in certain parts and like get thicker at certain times. And I start realizing how you cut it up right.
I had when I was in high school, starting in like 9th grade, I started with the Freddie Prinze Jr. sideburns.
Okay. Because I had something like that.
Yeah.
Rocking. Yeah.
I had the sideburns before anybody else. They're like, bro, I like your sideburns. I was like, thanks, dude. And then like I would get like the screw off a little bit.
Yeah.
It would stop here and here. And like then I was always jealous of the people that had the shit ball.
The shit ball?
The shit ball. They just had that little like this right there because I couldn't grow this. So it would just go like kind of Wolverine chops.
The Wolverine chops, I definitely had that for a while because I realized that like the older I got, if it doesn't grow thick in that spot, that's where you shave. And you like, and so that's why
Is that true though? Does that boost it?
It just no. It's not like it's making it more.
Okay.
It's like, that's where it looks cleaner. So if you let like those spots grow out, that's where it looks patchy or yucky. But if you clean those areas up, that's for a while I didn't have a bigger mustache.
Yeah.
And that's
not as ratty.
Yeah, so that's where you got to keep it tight until you have something there. That's why on this side, a little like you have more beard here. Yeah. I shaved this because it doesn't grow as thick.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So, did
you ever douchebag chin strap it?
No, but that was my next subject because it's totally like where I come from.
Yeah.
I maybe did a little bit, but I usually, by then I had the whole thing. But that's like the look.
You know what we should do?
Armstrong County.
Let's just riff. Let's stereotype every facial hair and like I'll say this and you tell me what you think of the person.
Okay.
All right. Just the soul patch.
Just the soul patch?
Yeah.
Like he definitely has a little bit of weight in his face if you just have the soul patch. I feel
you think? I feel like really. I think
it happens a lot. Maybe there's a lot of overweight.
I think it's a guy that orders creepy coffee.
That is like the
someone
best
with a
stereotype.
soul patch. I feel like he sits there at a coffee shop.
Definitely listen to some Dave Matthews at some point. Was maybe way too into it. Yeah.
Listens to every person's conversation, like turns around and goes, yeah, do you remember when? And they're like, bro, Ethan, like get the fuck out of here, dude. Like stop handing roses to strangers.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you, right?
That's hilarious.
All right. Goatee. I'm gonna go with Let's Go Brandon.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's right? This weird thing where I think it's like almost an Amish country thing, especially in Pennsylvania. Okay, that's how the hair is grown. Like that's just in the DNA. That's how it is.
Is that how inbred we are? We just have goatees in Pittsburgh.
Well, I'm just saying, like you get away from the city, you get a
Hollywood Hulk Homewood.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
But it's weird how like ideology like goes with a certain haircut. Like you can just tell that like, yep, that person votes for such and such just by their hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you have sunglasses in your profile picture. You're so far right, it's ridiculous, right?
Especially like the fishing sunglasses. Yeah.
I feel like, and then like if I see a woman with a haircut shorter than mine, all right, feel the burn. Like,
all right. So what about a guy with the ponytail, the pulled up type?
Like the man bun?
Yeah, the man bun. That's what it's called.
Fuck boy.
Fuck boy.
Yeah, that's 100%. Just a fuck boy, right? That's a dude who's like, he bartends on weekends. He's a smooth talker. He doesn't flirt with you, but he gives you the look. Yeah. He gives you the fuck me eyes.
He looks like he's gonna go somewhere somehow. Like he somehow pulls that off. He's like just working here during nights, but really I'm an artist or bodybuilder, you know?
And then I feel like chin straps are for fat people.
Because you're hiding it.
Yeah, unless you're like one of the ghetto kids that have the chin strap with like the earrings from Pearson McGoda and the the little cross, only God can judge me tattoos. I feel like a chin strap is like a fat person saying, hey man, this is where my neck was supposed to stop. Like the chin strap. hey man, this is where my jawline was supposed to be.
Yeah. Hey, what they say about beards, right?
It's our makeup.
It's makeup for men. Yeah.
It is. Listen, but you know what? I'm a good-looking guy regardless. You know, because I'm Matt Light.
So when the summer comes, are we shaving it up? Is that what we're getting at?
I don't know. Like my beard is kind of messy right now.
Yeah, I'm a little messy too.
It's more so it was a playoff beard. For the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I get cold, honestly.
For the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Pens.
Because the Penguins are the best team.
Yeah.
It's the only
Have they lost in a while? I don't.
They are
they stopped
13-2 in their last 15 games.
Yeah. So no, they haven't lost anything.
They're so sports right now.
Like, I didn't say they're so spoiled, but you're right. They are super sports.
They're great, and it's so funny because it's like in the beginning of the year before the season started, you know, Mark Madden and everybody was like, they don't have a chance, and I don't know a lot about hockey, right? And I was like, yeah, they don't have a chance. And then I went to 4 of the first 5 home games, and I think they were like 3-2, and I was like, motherfuckers can play.
Yeah.
Because there was no Sid.
Stick.
There was no Sid. There was no Malkin. I don't think Gensel played some of those games. And those are the only 3 guys that I can name.
Well, that's what I was actually, when I do listen to sports, where I guess Malkin just came back recently, where you do start to get that feeling.
He scored 2 goals his first game back.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and
I was like, he's gonna mess up the chemistry.
That's what everybody was thinking. And he's like, I score, bitch.
Yeah,
boom.
I score.
I love how people were like, oh, he sounds like a fucking idiot. I'm like, the guy learned a different language at 19 years old.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
I know.
Like, he sounds so stupid. I was like, dude, you can't spell Allegheny. Like for Allegheny County, like, and you're gonna talk shit about a guy learning a different language.
That was always like the best radio clips in the morning because they used to kind of play with them a little bit more. They used to give them. Now they kind of like, all right, let's stop picking on Gino.
Yeah, at one point I think they had 10 wins in a row.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure
they're
it
like
was
third place right now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's crazy. I think they're 4th in their conference.
It's great, man.
Sure.
It was good. It was a good time. Yeah, big Penguins fan.
Pens.
Patreon has been booming.
We are booming. We're booming so much. We got a girth hog.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you did the levels.
Oh yeah, so $5 is an all admission pass.
Yeah.
Girth hog is $10.
That's like the real one.
So I think what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna do another tier for $20, and you get in this $20 tier, you get free tickets to any Matt Light show as long as you're still active.
Wow.
So you could go. So if I'm on tour, if I'm in Pittsburgh, wherever I'm at, if I'm doing 5 shows in Pittsburgh that month, you get to go to all of them. You're on my guest list.
I think I'm signing up now, to be honest. Now that's gonna help.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only time I get you to fucking come to a show.
I have paid for a show for you once or twice.
Why?
Just because it was like a last minute thing, and I don't want to be that dude.
Just walk in. Everybody knows you.
I know, but about a few years ago, when you're at VFW, I just hate being that guy. Like, I know the comedian.
I'm with the talent.
It's like, talent.
You don't have $12 for our buffet.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
you can't help our soccer fundraiser that your friend is going to talk about how small his dick is about.
Yeah, because obviously I think that moment in time though, like I'm sitting at the hugest table by myself because everyone else was 55 or older. And like eventually you make eye contact. You're like, why is Dustin sitting by himself in this VFW?
It's so funny because like there's so many parallels with independent wrestling, professional wrestling, and stand-up comedy. Like, so I met this guy, his name's Jeff, and Jeff's a very nice guy. He works at AEW. I met him over the weekend. And he was like, hey, when's your next show? And I was so like hesitant to tell him because, you know, like in the wrestling industry and stand-up comedy, you know, I'll do a show at the Pittsburgh Improv, which is like the place to be if it's not an arena, right? But I don't have any of those going on right now. And I have VFW shows, like the same places where like wrestlers will wrestle for a hot dog and 30 people. But I was too like embarrassed because like he's in the big leagues, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't have any right now.
Yeah, busy.
And he was like the nicest dude ever. He's like, dude, I get it. Like, we just want to come out and support you and have fun. I go, yeah, but no.
It's like when anytime anyone asks me, oh, like, what have you done? What have you worked on? I always like to put like an asterisk.
Yeah.
It's like, well, listen, like I did this movie, but I did it this way with these people. And you can watch it on Amazon Prime, but you don't understand. It's like I'm sick of doing that. It's like I'll contact you and don't worry.
And it was like when I would first start dating girls when I was getting into stand-up comedy, they'd be like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm going to open mics. Like, oh, you're doing stand-up comedy? I go, no, I'm doing open mics. She's like, well, what's the difference? I'm like, it's kind of like football practice.
Yeah,
and it's not the game. You know, we're trying different shit out. She goes, I want to see you. You know, girls would be like, I want to see you. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I made the mistake once of bringing a girl to an open mic.
Because you don't look funny at all. And then it's like, there's no interest at all.
Yeah, it really, the other time though I did do well, it was the improv one.
Yeah.
But I got lucky because sometimes that mic can kind of feel like a show if you time it up, especially if you're early in that lineup. Do they still do the open mic at the improv?
Not yet. They're going to bring it back though.
Oh, bringing it back. That's a little taste of news right there. So I picked that up.
But I had trouble though always. Like my biggest problem was I don't like girls that I date going to my shows.
No, I can get that.
Because I want to make them laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like when Rachel was at my show, I zoned off and was talking to her on stage, remember? I was talking to her for like 10 minutes. Yeah, I didn't care what anybody else thought.
Yeah. It's like
people were like, hey, what about...
Like telling my date, and like, that's his girlfriend. I guess they just didn't have a conversation yet today.
Yeah, they're like, what about the other 400 people? I'm not fucking them. So I'm not worried about them. I already got their money.
Yeah, I already got their money.
I got to make sure she's happy.
Yeah, that's funny. Switching that up, you know.
So anyways, we got a Girthog, which means we have is it our first $10 subscriber?
It's our first and only, yes.
Okay, and so that means that she gets to ask questions or topics?
A subject.
Did she do it?
Yeah, she sent us a subject or question. So she said, this is what she wants to talk about.
Okay.
This is exactly what she said. She'd talk about the Steelers and how Matt is going to dominate. His goal is to get on the TV. And also, do you think we're going to get snow? We haven't had a real blizzard since 1993. So I don't know if we want to talk about those topics or not, but that was her interest. And we wanted to see what you're feeling.
Let's start with the snow, all right?
Okay, let's start with the snow. Wait, what are you doing? You realize where the...
Hey guys, it's Matt Light, and I'm going to give you your accurate weather forecast here. We're going to take a look over to your left-hand side, and over here you can see, why the fuck would I know what the forecast is going to be like? I hope there's no snow, though, Chi-Chi, and here's why I hope there's no snow.
We got a bunch of snow. That's what we're referring to.
I have a rear-wheel drive fucking Challenger. I just got back from Kansas City. Somehow Kansas City had less snow than Pittsburgh. And by less snow, there was no fucking snow when I left there. And I come back, my car's at the airport. I had two feet of snow in front of me and behind me because when they when they push the fucking snow.
Plow?
Yeah, that's a
shovel.
I plow.
Yeah, plow.
When they did that, they pin you in. And I could not move, dude. I was kicking snow underneath my car so that I could get traction. I didn't have gloves. My hands were purple.
Oh my God.
It took me about a half an hour to get out of my spot. And then I got home, and I live in Brentwood. And I used to not want to tell people this, but I found out this weekend that it's very easy to find out where I live. And that's not safe. Anyways, I'll get into that. I was going up Maytide on 51. 51 was an absolute shit show. Walking Dead, everybody sliding and stuff. My car was actually fine because I'm not an idiot. When you start to slide, you don't hit your brakes. That's when you spin out.
Right, because you're just locking everything up.
You just ride it out.
Even if your ABS is kicking in, you want to try to have
My
control.
abs are always, you don't have to spell them. It's not a swear word. Okay. My abs are booming. So I'm driving, and then I get to go up to the hill, right? And I did this the week before when we had that little snow. And I was like, I waited at the bottom to gun it all the way up.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, like we talked about.
Yeah, I was like, get these cars out of here. This time I had a salt truck in front of me. First glance, I go, well, that's good, right? That'll, and I'm like, the salt's not gonna melt.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good
when I'm there.
Yeah, not yet.
So this dude, because he's a salt truck, was going so slow up Maytide, and Maytide is literally like an incline. Okay, I am going to the point where I'm fucking blasting my horn like, asshole, I need you now. You need to go. Because if you don't go, I don't go.
Yeah, you're going back down.
And the truck behind me knew that. And that's why he had a huge gap behind me. Like I'm talking 20 yards. He would not, because he knew he was going to get out.
Yeah.
And I was going to be stuck. So now it's like, when you're like trying to learn how to skate at first and you're starting to slide. So you like push out left, right, left, right. So I'm doing that with my car. I'm like,
you're kind of like
right,
doing
left, right, left. I'm going point like 2 miles an hour, 0.2. And eventually I got all the way up. I was like, this is the baddest car ever. And I made it. So anyways, long story short, I hate snow. I almost went to Florida yesterday just because I don't want to be here.
I'd have been mad if you'd have missed our podcast.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, I did. I have a show this weekend. Okay. So that's why. And I'm going to Columbus on Friday. So, okay. No, so snow, I don't know. I hope we don't have another real blizzard. We had a big blizzard in like 2007 or 8. No, 2009.
Couple, there's those 90s.
2009 was nice.
Yeah.
Because I lived downtown and I remember I threw a snowball.
Oh, yeah. Snowmageddon.
And I hit somebody in the head and they just fell in the snow and I thought they were dead because we didn't see them anymore. So if somebody died from a snowball, I apologize.
It's like 2 or 3 of the people you thought you might have killed in your life.
Yeah, the like Steelers game when I broke the dude's neck.
Yep, that's the one I was thinking about.
Fuck
too.
him, go Steelers. Fuck the Cowboys, they're out.
Check out our Patreon dude too, buddy. I'm sure maybe he's a fan.
Yeah, check out our Patreon. I'll show you your chalk line. What is the other thing? Talk about those Steelers.
You were somewhere before the storm. Like you were at this place.
Yeah.
That like sports things were happening, balls.
Yeah. I was at
How'd that go?
Here's what I'll tell you. First of all, Kansas City fans, I was at the Chiefs Steelers game. Mm-hmm. Kansas City fans are the nicest people.
Is that why we had the video? Why they're maybe so nice back?
Bro, I was so stunned how friendly they were. I mean, there was no fuck you. There was no you're gonna lose. Your team stinks.
Because they knew they were gonna win.
even if they didn't, because some of them were saying like, "Oh, you guys have our number in the playoffs and stuff," and I was like, "Yeah, I know. We're gonna win." And I felt like when TJ Watt.
Oh, I know. I felt it.
Me and Britt, like, we were like, oh, fuck off. Like, we're winning. Like, fuck you. We're winning. Yeah. Like, we're going to stun the world. But then the Chiefs, the next drive, like, oh, they scored? All right.
Yeah.
We'll put up 35 unanswered.
Well, also, you got to admit, by then, like, the defense had been so tired.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
they were on the field the whole time.
Before that turnover, like, TJ Watt literally had 5 highlight plays in a row.
Unreal.
In a row.
Played out of his mind.
Yeah. It was just play. Oh, they held him. Oh, sack, fumble, touchdown.
So because I'm really cool and I'm really good at everything that I do, I sat front row and we were right behind. At the game. At the football game, the playoff game that you guys watched on TV because you're poor. I was front row behind. And listen, I will be honest with you. I've been front row before. I've been on the field before. I've never seen a team more emotionally defeated in my life from the point that the Chiefs tied the game. Mm-hmm. Everybody on the sideline.
Yeah, that drive was so easy.
They just knew, like, we're fucked. And they were fighting with each other. I saw Watt pissed off. I saw Ben frustrated because either Ben didn't know the playbook, it seemed like.
I don't know what that was about. That was weird.
Deontay Johnson had hands of fucking stones.
They're not even running the same way anyways. So.
I mean, it was just, and Juju, you could tell Juju was pissed off. Here's what I'll say. I gave Juju a lot of shit this year, right? I got him in trouble with the milk cart challenge. You know what I mean? I called him TikTok boy. That kid, that man had so much heart on that field. Whether he got the ball or not, he seemed like he was the only one that didn't give a fuck. The first drive, Claypool comes off and he's talking to somebody on the bench. He goes, I can't fucking hear. Because Arrowhead is so loud. He's like, I can't fucking hear. And Ben comes over and goes, yeah, nobody can hear. Like, that's why it's a silent count, asshole.
Oh, so that's another reason they're bitching. They're having communication
Nobody
could
hear.
Can't hear shit in the field.
And then he's like, if you saw them trying to audible, Ben had to be like,
I literally like ASL out there.
Ben was rating. He was like, listen, you cannot hear. Yeah. It was insane.
That's crazy.
It was, the stadium is gorgeous. The red, all the red was awesome. Then those pricks put something on the Jumbotron and I wanted the stadium to blow up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What did they put?
So they scored 42 points and then they put a big sign up and then the announcer, the asshole goes, all right, fans, unfortunately, the Kansas City Chiefs has scored too many touchdowns. We ran out of fireworks. So there will be no more fireworks for every other touchdown. I know you have fireworks,
bro. You didn't
dickheads.
have to flex like that. Yeah,
Like, we know, because you know why? Because when the game was over, you shot him off. So fuck you. You had him. We looked at each other and we were like, okay.
I used to have
Rob
a
it
friend
in.
that
Rob
would
it
always
in.
had snacks, and like if he didn't want to give them out, which was often,
Yeah.
he'd just be like, none left, none left, none left. He's doing it all the time. I'm like, I could see you have a full box, like none left. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was absolutely. But it was a blast. We had so much fun because you know what? At the end of the day, we got to see Ben's last game. And that was really special. And thank God it is Ben's last game.
I know. I'm ready for something new.
I love Ben,
Let's go.
and I'm so thankful. I just want to see us throw the ball past the fucking line of scrimmage.
That is tough.
5 yards.
People trying to like hold it's not Ben. I'm like,
no, it is.
Come on. I mean, like, when's the last time you saw a play go over 12 yards?
Yeah.
Like, it's
and they're like,
very
it's Matt
obvious.
Canada. It could be Matt Canada. However, throw the ball deep. And James Washington had 2 touchdowns, I think.
Yeah.
He looked phenomenal. Where the fuck was he all year?
I think
Why did we bench that dude?
It's just about like getting some kind of rhythm with someone new. And that's what we're going to find out next year. These receivers, you're going to be like, oh, since when is Ray a number or whatever? You know, because they're just,
Does Juju come back? I mean, that's a question. Maybe
there's someone they know. They're like,
maybe
Juju and him can get along real well.
To be honest, maybe his injury could have been the best thing possible for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Because now you paid him $8 million for 1 year. He was offered 11 from the Ravens and 13 from the Chiefs. Well, they're not going to offer that now because he didn't do anything this year because he was hurt. So it's like Steelers can be like, hey, man.
You're definitely in a position to do some better deals.
Steelers are like, hey, we'll give you $10 million a year. We'll bump it up $2 million. We'll give you a 4-year deal, $40 million.
Let's do it.
I'll bring him back. Listen.
We gotta have something to talk about next season, and TikTok is I'm sure it's gonna be trending again.
And then who's our quarterback gonna be? I mean, like, because Tomlin pretty much said it could be anybody. He's like, it could be Mason, it could be Dwayne, it could be Kenny Pickett, it could be fucking. I
wanted to put up this logo. I'm not gonna show it. I can just describe it because everyone's already seen it. It's Charlie from Always Sunny
with the conspiracy board,
and as Mike Tomlin, like it's all Mike Tomlin.
I mean, it is coaching though. I mean, the game plan they had was fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, and it is weird. You think they have it, but it almost seems impossible to me. That doesn't seem like a plausible thing that they don't have the right game. Something fell apart and then they couldn't adjust. Whether it be they had bad communication.
No, dude, they've had 6 plays all season.
Well, it's back to the same thing. Ben can't throw further than 10 yards. What are you gonna do? Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, you know what I almost didn't do was come home.
Well, that had been said, like I said, I get really upset when you're not here for the podcast.
Well, I might have not been here for life.
Well, then it made the podcast even more difficult.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, you need to tell me so we can have the conversation.
I had the police at my house 2 nights ago.
That's probably not unusual, right? You're pretty crazy.
It's from like hard sex, and the police are like, "Hey man,
hey, tone it down.
You stop partying and with all the sex girls you have there.
Stop it with the sex women.
Can you stop having sex with models?
Oh man, you're just so good. You're really loud with it too.
Matt, can you tell Brett Favre to go home? Why is Brett Favre in Pittsburgh? Like, Matt, why is Motley Crue performing in your basement?
Like, knock it off. Like,
Meanwhile, I've never had a girl at my house.
Meanwhile, you're a virgin.
Yeah.
Now, why are the cops at your house? Why are the cops coming to check you out?
Okay, so I've received death threats.
Well, you're pretty popular.
By text message, by a number that I did not know. And so I'm going to read the text message.
Oh, okay. We're going to read this.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't know legally what the thing is.
This is a threat, everybody. Here we go. This is a threat directed towards Matt Light.
Okay, so I'll break it down. So at first, when somebody messaged you with a fake number, my friend Rob is the most obnoxious person in the world. Like, I don't like him as much as I like him. Does that make sense? Like, I can't talk to him because all he does is annoy me. And he goes, I get it. Well, I said he, it's not him. He goes, this guy, I'm assuming it's a guy.
Yeah, right.
Do yourself a favor and stay in KC. You got 3 days from when you arrive in Pittsburgh. And I go, huh?
Yeah, at first you're probably not sure. Like, maybe it's a miscommunication.
Yeah, what do you mean? Sense. Like we're gonna hang out?
Yeah, you're gonna pick me up?
And then I go, oh no, this guy is threatening me. But I think it's my buddy. So I sent him Barry Wood. Barry Wood is the large African-American man sitting on the edge of a bed with his
big
trunk hanging out.
Extremely, very popular meme.
So I sent him that. I go, make it 2 days. And then he goes, ready for this? You dodged a bullet with cancer. The next one won't miss. And I go, oh, fuck. Like, my friends wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
like
referring to guns now and your cancer.
Right. And I was like, my friends would not like threaten me like that. And I was like, oh, you know, strong words from somebody who won't reveal who they are. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, I signed up for one of the catfish things to find out what the number was. And I found out the last 2 people that had this number.
Oh, did you pay for that?
For one, it's $1 for the 1 day, and then after like a couple days, it's like $30 a month.
Okay.
The other site is actually fucking. You can bring everything up, and I just said, I go, listen to this. I go, hey, I'm not trying to get the police involved, but I oh no, this is what he said. Here he goes. I go, strong words from somebody who won't reveal who they are. He says, do yourself a favor, find a woman who is not pregnant with 2 kids. So this guy, I'm assuming, thinks I'm banging a pregnant woman with 2 kids. Spoiler alert, I'm really fucking good looking. I'm very talented. I'm successful. I'm not fucking your pregnant whore wife with their 2 kids that probably resemble you. Oh my God. I don't even know who the fuck who this is, what they're talking about.
Obviously, this person, the wife's probably a subscriber. It's probably Chi-Chi.
Oh my God. No, I know Chi-Chi.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? It's all the way back
somebody,
around.
dude, I mean, like, I just couldn't believe it. And so then it was like,
probably watching right now.
I was like, I'll get the police involved if necessary. He goes, well, I guess I'm fortunate. So-and-so, I'm not going to say their name, is my uncle. Stick to comedy, good night. Then I start finding out who these people are and everything like that. And he goes, oh, my name is Chadwick. I have an online site. We do all kinds of screwed up shit. I was just kidding with you.
Oh, this is still the guy.
Yeah. And I go, yeah, I know. I already pulled up your account. And I sent him a picture of his house and his address.
So this is a guy trying to put like weird stuff on websites. Like you could like talk shit on someone and try to like. No. Okay.
Because here's why.
All right. What is going on, Matt?
The more and more I'm thinking about it, the more and more I realize he knows what I'm doing now. Because I sent him a picture of the house earlier. He goes, he thinks I'm this guy.
Okay, so he thinks you're somebody else?
No, he knows that I looked up what this number is.
Oh, okay.
And I think that I know who it is. So he's playing it like he's that guy. Because when I talk to the police, this is a burner phone number.
Oh, shit.
It's an app phone number.
Okay. So this is like, he's encrypting his shit.
This is like real shit, bro. And like, so.
Well, I can do that too, by the way, get fake phone numbers. It's not too hard to do.
Right.
But it is like another step.
But to do that and then also research what number that is that you're calling from.
Yeah.
All right.
He's putting some effort into it.
He's trying to kill me.
Oh, fuck.
So I went to the police station, or the cop came up, and it was so funny because
so you called the cops.
I called 911.
And he came.
But then I had to show him my conversation. I was like, "Hey, listen, before I show you this, I thought it was my friend.
Yeah.
There's this meme going around. The cop saw it. He's like, oh, Barry, and I was like,
oh, Barry, oh yeah, good meme.
So you know who it is, right?
Yeah, it's great.
And then it was like, he was like, we're gonna do what we have to do. Here's the thing about the police, and I'm not discrediting the police at Brentwood, but you didn't do your job. Because police don't do anything until something physically happens.
Yeah. Well, it's really tough, though. What are they gonna do, really?
Find out who the fuck this is.
Start investigating?
Why not? The guy said he's gonna fucking pull a bullet in my chest.
Yeah, but the chances of every single person that wants
you know what? Fuck him. I was scared. Oh my God, I just realized my mom's gonna listen to this fucking podcast. And I tried not to tell her about any of this.
This is a great bit, man.
This is a great joke.
You wrote this.
I'm gonna do this.
Thanks for Zawatney.
She's like, why haven't you talked to me in 3 days? Fuck.
Does she literally listen to the whole thing?
She listens every time.
That's awesome.
Oh, fuck. I told my dad. My dad was like looking up shit too. And then we were looking at like buying guns.
You get a little hot. You all right?
It's hot.
It's a little hot
in here. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a crazy situation right now, but I am going through a lot of people. I'm going through the DA. Like I'm gonna find out who this motherfucker is.
Oh, now it's like almost revenge a little bit.
No, it's not revenge. It's just that the guy scared the shit out of me. I have not slept in 3 days.
Not letting it go though.
No, and I'm gonna do everything I can as far as pressing charges against him, a civil suit. I want this guy fucking going away for terroristic threats. Fuck that, dude. Because it's if you were kidding, you wouldn't say shit like that. Mm-hmm. Then you bring up some pregnant fucking whore.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, because it's
nothing against pregnant women. You guys are beautiful. I know that you're already insecure because your husband doesn't have sex with you as much when you guys are pregnant. But here's the thing. Also, this is don't show your bellies online. We don't care whether there's a kid in there or not. You look fat, and so like, you know what? Like you want the asshole. You got him. Okay. So let me tell you.
That is really scared. You can tell.
Let me tell you something, brother. I don't know who you are, but I will find you. I have a very set of particular skills. Good luck. Remember that movie, Taken?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it earlier when you started telling me about it.
Well, I posted that. No, so it's a scary situation, but it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Why now?
What's scary too is like it's not like there's coming any kind of sense of like reality. Obviously, he thinks you're doing something that you're not even doing.
Yeah.
So even to try to have an argument, you know, it's person's either a little bit crazy or something's wrong. So that's the scary part because maybe he will hurt you because he's already manifested. This
that's what I think. I think that's
happened.
why like once he knew that like I was being serious and taking things serious, I go, who set you up on this? He goes, somebody paid me $50 to do this. Nobody's gonna pay $50 to do a prank phone call when you could do it on your own.
It's weird. It is fun.
So I go, give me a name. You know what name he used? Ray.
Zawatney.
He just said Ray.
Ray from the Steelers. I like how I blew
He just said Ray. You know why he said Ray? Because he was looking at my Instagram story. I shared Ray's video. I go check out my dude Ray.
Mm-hmm. So like if he knows who Ray is, I'm sure like they know who I am too. Now you got me scared.
No, he doesn't know who any of you are.
Oh, he thinks.
He saw on my story that I shared a guy named Ray's thing. And I said, this is, excuse me, my boy.
Okay.
Because it was within that 24 hours.
Right. And it's in that space.
And my cancer, he probably brought up my cancer because my 8-year anniversary was 2 weeks ago. And so it's one of the only things that I've posted over the last 2 weeks.
Oh.
And then he's scrolling, best comedian in Pittsburgh.
Right. Because you can just.
Because he sees all that shit.
Just like in South Park where you get the guy in the chair, basically.
So it is a scary situation. But I will live my life the same way that I have before. And this guy can eat a bag of dicks.
Nice,
just like how AB said it. Remember that? AB told his wife, eat a bag of dicks.
Is that what he
threw
said
a bag of
wife?
dicks at her. Yeah.
This girlfriend. Man, he's so nice.
Did you see the video the video with him?
Not which video now. I don't even know.
He was with Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
Madonna. Kanye's new girlfriend, fucking Floyd Mayweather.
You know what I thought was funny?
What do you think
they
were talking about?
Well, they were. What was funny is they're all like kind of like laying down or in chairs, and the first thing I thought was like, man, these guys are all in their 30s. Like it's past their bedtime. They're just tired.
Madonna's like 70.
Yeah, like that. She was on the floor, so she's real tired. So literally, I think like 4 minutes after that video went, they all went home, went to bed. It's not like in the 20s where everyone's like
AB was doing coke. Come on. It's got a whole
That's what I thought was funny about the video. It's like they just look tired. They're just tired millennials.
His song. Did you hear his new song?
No, is it not?
It's called Pit, Not the Palace. And he's like, I'm from the pit, not the palace. And then something. And he doesn't speak his words very clear.
No.
To begin with.
I don't think he does.
But I know what he's trying to say, I think. When he says, I'm from the pit, not the palace. I think he's saying, like, I came from the gutter, but I'm in the palace now. Mm-hmm. So don't forget, motherfucker, like, I still know my roots. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm still a bad dude.
Is this a pro AB thing we're getting into?
I'm all AB. I'm all boys pro AB. All day. Fuck it, bro. You know?
What do you think is next step? What's the next thing for AB?
He's not going to play football again.
Yeah, I think that's done. I have to agree.
You can't get naked.
What was it, 5 teams that made the playoff? Every team that got cut or left or traded, they went to the playoffs.
Yeah, it would have been 4 teams, right?
Yeah.
The Bucs, the Patriots, the Raiders, and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to do, you remember the joggers, the traveling joggers? You know who they are?
I'm assuming not the like hockey guy.
Kind of. It's a group of fans.
Okay.
And so there's a fan per what team Yager played for. And they each wear that team's jersey, and then they go
a different version.
And they go to just any random fucking game, whether he's playing or not.
Okay, yeah.
And so like there's like 8 jerseys, you know what I mean? I was like, I want to be my own traveling ABs. I want to be the A Bumblebees or something, like the Bumblebees. And I want to have all 4 of those jerseys. I have 2 of them.
You're just a major super fan.
I went to the Penn State game and I saw somebody with a Raiders AB jersey. I go, you didn't even get to wear that for a preseason game. What the fuck?
The collectible items, all the AB stuff. You should just like have the room. It's just nothing but AB.
Dude, I do. I have a framed AB jersey. I have a helmet. I have an action figure. I have shoes he fucking sent. Like I have all the AB stuff because business is booming.
Business is booming.
Do you know why business is booming, Dustin?
Why is that?
Because we're able to do our show right here via Patreon because our Patreon is booming.
It is booming.
If you want to help us out on the Patreon, make sure you go to patreon.com/MattLightComedy. I'm adding a new tier today. What I mean by that is, Dustin, remember what I said, dickhead.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. This is just more work for me on the Patreon.
I know. $5 will get you access to the behind-the-scenes videos. A brand new Man on the Street video that we did where we interviewed Pittsburgh Steelers fans about the Kansas City. We gave you a little sliver of it. But to be honest with you, the video is nothing like what we sent, which is nice. So that's
kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
We do the slivers, and then there's like the full content.
I want to thank you guys for doing that. And this obviously wouldn't be possible without Dustin. Dustin runs The Pits, which is thepitts.company. It's a funny and cool version of Pittsburgh. You know, you get to see all the cool Pittsburgh stuff. He does drones. He does commercials for you. He'll do all that stuff. And obviously, we are located at TheGateway.media. That's where the studio is. Dustin has something to do with that, too. They're there for all your media needs, whether it's a commercial, live doctor presentations. The Gateway Media. What the fuck do you need? You know what I mean? Like that. What the fuck do you need, huh?
What the fuck do you need? Yeah.
So yeah, join the Patreon, guys. It's awesome. $20 a month now. You can get unlimited Matt Light tickets. I will give you 2 per show. So if you went to my show, The Improv, right? That's $40. You save $20.
Yeah.
Right? And if I have like 5 shows, oh my God.
Are we still doing the shirt
$200. I'm gonna do it until the rest of the month. Okay. You gotta send me the money though, because I don't ship these shirts. But yeah, by the way, tomorrow, I promise you guys, tomorrow, every single t-shirt will be sent out. And then we'll keep going from there. When you do subscribe to the Patreon, it's only $5. Comment. You can message us, right?
Yep, I'm there.
Message us your size and your address and your full name, and I'll get them out to you tomorrow, and we'll do priority too, 2-day fucking shipping, whatever.
Oh, now I got to give you more money out of the Patreon.
You know what I mean?
I'll write that down.
I'm actually taking it all because you bought wings with the last one, you piece of shit. So I had to eat wings. That. You only eat 6 wings anyways. How much money did you spend?
I don't know. Now, like, wings are more expensive than steak.
Well, then
it's like I do
go
not
get a steak, prick.
I don't know.
Oh, I had
like wings more or steak more?
Fucking steak.
Yeah, if it's gotta be cooked good though.
I had a great steak. I went to Gordon Ramsay's. Woo!
Good.
What? How do you like your steak cooked? If you say anything above medium, die.
Medium.
Okay. I can deal with that.
What do you go a little rare?
I'm medium rare.
Ah,
I think medium rare is the way to do it.
I guess if you're a really nice restaurant, I think I'd be more comfortable. But like regular restaurant, if I say medium rare, some people
you don't trust the meat.
Yeah, I don't trust them to nail that spot.
Yeah.
You know, like it'll be too rare. I don't want that to happen. Anyways, your food.
Oh my God! Porn. I gotta tell you guys. You know, one of my new favorite steakhouses is in Pittsburgh.
Where's that at?
It's called North Shore Tavern.
Okay.
So I think it was High Tops was the name of it. It was across from PNC Park. Looks like a regular fucking bar. It's nothing fancy. They do this thing called steak on a stone.
Oh, they cook it on a stone?
So they cook your steak for a little bit on the top and bottom and stuff, and then they bring out a stone, right? It's 800 degrees, this stone, okay? And then so when your steak's cooked, just the middle's not, right? So what you do is you cut it a piece, you put it on the stone for anywhere from 5 to 15 seconds, depending on how you want it, and you cook your own steak.
So you get like a little custom, like awesome. Where you want it.
So much fun. You can add shrimp to it.
It's always funny restaurants that like make you do some of the work, and like people are like, yeah, like, I want to do part of it. Not all of it.
Yeah.
Just that end part.
Right. Like that's what I want. Like I don't want to go to a grocery store and fucking boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Because you know what happens when you go
to all the credit at the end, then
bro.
Too.
And it's like you know what happens every time I go to these fucking places. Every time I go to Giant Eagle and they have this automated thing, right? There's 3 people that work there, right? There's nobody else you can find. There's 70 things. You're scanning. Oh, this one doesn't scan. Then the light blinks. So I needed somebody anyways.
Yeah.
I needed somebody anyway. Can I help you? Yeah, do your fucking job. Why am I doing this, right? Like this took me 15 fucking minutes, okay? You get paid $10 an hour. I want $6 off my fucking groceries right now because I worked for this.
I am like really in the zone there. I hate fucking up. And I'm like, make sure. Even if they start coming, I'm just like, no. Like I got it. Like I've gotten past, but here it doesn't matter anyways because I am a Walmart Plus or whatever company you want to pick.
Was that like Amazon Prime type for something?
It's kind of like that, but like I don't go to the store at all. It's all delivered. That's
great.
Yeah, it is freaking awesome. Like I step into a Walmart once every 2 months, maybe less now. It's unnecessary. But it's amazing, especially when you can do it like express and get shit in like 2 hours. That's great.
Yeah, sorry, my friend, I think, is pregnant again.
Well, stop knocking up these women and having people try to attack you. This is your issue.
Oh, never mind.
Is they pregnant? That's a COVID test.
So it's a COVID test, sorry. But both sound terrible to have. But look, zoom in. If he said zoom in, look. What? There he is.
Barry.
Big Dick Barry.
Got me. I was really like, what is that? I really thought that was going to be something legit.
I was like, you just had another kid. How many fucking kids you having? Phenomenal.
Oh, where were we?
I don't know.
We were talking about, what were we talking about?
We were steaks.
Steak. We somehow started talking about food.
Yeah.
I don't even remember why we were talking about
I'm so hungry.
Food.
What are we going to go to Permanis?
That's why we're talking about food.
Also on our Patreon, you get to see the behind scenes. This is a true story trip of us going to Permanis.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna set that up. That'll
be fun.
I actually have 2 stories. And I'm surprised you didn't throw to me.
Okay.
So we'll just do probably the one. And usually you ask me what I did on the weekend or something like that.
Nobody cared because I was front row.
But I saved a man's life during the super cold, when it was like negative something degrees or whatever it was.
You saved the guy's life?
Well, like I walk out of the bar and there's just a guy laying in the road. And it's like 20 degrees. He's just laying in the road.
How old?
He looked like maybe he was 50.
Let him go.
Yeah. And so at first I try to pick him up because I'm like, it doesn't make any sense that he's just laying there. So it had to be like recent. And to me, he had to drive to the position he was at. So like he literally had to park the car and like fall out of his car and like just never got back up. So I try to pick this dude up. Is
he awake?
So he's like so hammered.
He's drunk.
Obliviously drunk.
I would have let him drive home.
And I'm trying to pick him up. His keys are like way in the corner. So I stuff his keys in his pocket. And like, I can't get him up because I'm like, at first I'm trying to get him to stand. So I literally drag him to this house to prop him up. And I prop him up on the house, tap him on the head. I think, you'll be good, man. Someone will probably find you. And as I walk away, I hear, you're an angel. What's your name? And I just walked out. I'm like, I'm Dustin. Like not looking back, like an explosion happened. Like I was a hero.
And you do know that like 30 seconds later, he got hit by a car.
So he might have died. He didn't. When I drove off, I saw the bartender come out and start talking to him. But I got him off the road.
They're probably like, Marty,
in a puddle.
Marty, how many times we tell you, stop asking for money. You had too many Jaeger bombs. Get the fuck out of here.
This guy was messed up too. Like, he just was like
drunk or like he was something was wrong.
No, it was just he was just hammered.
Was he good looking?
No, it was some old 50-year-old man. I couldn't get him up. I dragged him.
That's kind of sad.
It was sad.
Because you feel like when somebody gets that drunk and they're by themselves, something probably happened,
I know.
Right?
That was one of those weird things too. It was like, do I sit there and call the cops? It's like, that's going to be, because I'm there forever.
He's not only that, he's probably already had a fucking bad day. Then they're going to get him for public intoxication or him driving drunk. And then, bro, that's all it does to like that. Listen, he's already in the situation he's in. Mm-hmm. you learn from good things. Like when people cancel people on social media and they do all this shit where they're like, I can't believe, you would say this 10 years ago. Hey, don't call him out on it. Correct him. Teach him this. Because for every time I've said something on social media, or done something that was fucked up, right? I felt bad about it because nobody attacked me. People were concerned about me and why I was saying certain things. Right? If there's something wrong with like you're saying fucked up things, then find out why they're saying it. Like, did a girlfriend fuck them over? Did their parents screw them? You know what I mean? Like, but it's like everybody's just so out for like, I got you, instead of helping people.
I know. But I did think that. I was like, man, calling the cops, this guy's just going to get thrown in the tank, But then at the same time,
the last thing this guy needs.
So cold. It was like the coldest day that's been in the last 2 weeks.
Could he talk other than like you're saying?
All I heard really was,
an angel?
What's your name? And you're an angel. There was other groans and stuff.
My dad does that.
He was so.
My dad
up.
When he's drunk, right?
So drunk.
My dad gets drunk and he makes these sounds. He goes.
My friend and I always reference that. My high school friend reminds me of you. That's when he was done.
Oh, dude, he does that all the time.
Heavy breathing. If he was on the mic and trying to.
My dad has been thrown out of Rivers Casino for pissing at the bar. Not like pulling down his pants and peeing. Just
like not knowing he's peeing.
He can't control his bladder anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
I went day drinking with him. I went day drinking with him one time. At where the Brighton Inn. Rest in peace to the Brighton Inn. It's no longer there. It was like 3:00 and I was fine. I was like, let me drive. And he starts laughing. And I was like, oh, you're in a puddle of your own piss. All right. We're gonna leave your car here. We're gonna go to my house. I'm gonna give you some clothes, Fred. I feel like he's my son at this point. I think I've taken care of him.
I mean, isn't that how it happens?
Yeah,
I
think
come full circle?
I would say over the last 10 years, I've helped him more than he's helped me.
I mean, it's kind of how it's supposed to work.
No, it's not good because I have a 8-year-old or a 9-year-old. I don't know how old she is. I have a sister. Right?
Right.
So when Fred dies, I got to split money with her?
You're going to take care of her, I thought. You're like the dad.
No.
Situation.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
So where's my money? 50. Like, I had to deal with Fred at his all-time low. Right? You get good Fred.
You get good Fred.
Like, that's your present. Like, listen,
All right, I think we should be starting to wrap this up. Unless you want to talk about our 3 favorite subjects, with this Jake Paul, Mr. Beast, or Megan Gun Kelly.
Who the fuck is? You mean Machine Gun Kelly?
No, it's Megan Gun Kelly now. They're like combined with his girlfriend, which is what's her name? It all of a sudden
Megan Gun Fox Kelly.
Megan Fox.
Megan
right.
Fox Kelly.
Megan Fox and.
No, I thought they got engaged.
They did. He asked her to marry, and he was like dressed like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I saw that.
So ridiculous.
Did they get married?
No, they didn't get married.
Britt was actually on TMZ. Well, they asked Britt about Jake Paul. They said, "Would you fight Jake Paul?" And Britt goes, "What did she say?" She said, "I think she said for like his Pokemon collection because he has $1 million Pokemon."
Yeah,
card.
but they realized it's not worth it. He got scammed.
The $1 million one too, though.
Well,
no, that big book he bought was bullshit.
A big book. It doesn't matter.
I told Britt, I said what you should have said is, "No, sorry, I only fight real fighters." Fucking just bullied him, right?
I heard now he's gonna fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah, well, they say that, but there's got to be a no knockout clause.
This stuff's all fake. It's all fake anyways.
Bro, just let Mike fucking kill him.
Well, that's what's kind of funny about the Mike Tyson thing. You think he'd just be like, fuck it, I don't need money.
See, and also we talk about canceling somebody. Mm-hmm. He's uncancelable.
He's uncancelable. Yeah.
He's literally been in so much trouble, has said so many fucked up things.
That's why OJ's gonna have a talk show in the metaverse. It's gonna be popular.
It's just Mike. And what about Mr. Beast?
Mike and OJ.
Why did you want to bring up Mr. Beast?
No, it was just, I think this was just like this is the
Was
group.
this fuck one, marry one, kill?
If you want it to be.
All right.
Gonna do that.
All right.
And once again, Megan and Machine Gun are the same person. They're like the Power Rangers now. They're like one machine.
All right. Well, I'm gonna kill Mr. Beast because he's just disgusting as a human being. I would marry Machine Gun.
Okay.
So when you marry though, do you still get to have sex with them, or you're only married to them?
That's a good question. I would think you would.
Right.
But it's like
and that's
love.
more than one
it's
time
like
sex.
Love.
Well, I feel like two people could really show me more love.
That's a good point. It's a good ratio idea. You're getting some math involved.
And Jake Paul is a good looking guy too.
He's fabulously looking. He's got a good jawline.
So he can F me.
Yeah.
Jake Paul could fuck me and Mr. Beast die, and then those two, I'm in love.
Actually, now I'm like kind of thinking like all those scenarios are pretty good as a life. Like I kind of it's not a bad universe to be living in,
right? What would you same thing?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm almost like I kind of want that to be my life now. I'm like, man, that'd be like
I mean, I don't want fucked by Jake Paul. I mean, like realistically, I don't. You would?
No, I would not. I do not know what sex would be like with a man.
All right,
I'm
so
not sure I'm into that.
Do you remember when you were in high school, you'd play a game, How Much Money to Suck a Dick?
Or games like that. Yeah, to do inappropriate things.
Did you ever notice that number is a lot different now?
Inflation.
No. The opposite. Dude, when I was in high school.
What do you mean, bigger dicks?
They were like, how much money for you to suck a dick? I'd be $100 million, right? And now, like, when you're in debt, you know.
Like, how much is this per man, brother? Sandwiches?
You live in a row house in Brentwood. I'm like, I'm 30 grand in debt, man. If you give me $20, I'll probably fucking figure it out. You know what I mean? What's going on with Putin? What do you have this note for?
I just have this in there. It's one of those storylines that no one talks about. You know, if you didn't know, Putin
I know he
annexed a part of Ukraine years ago before.
What does annex mean?
It means
for
like
those people
they
that don't
basically said
know?
like this part of the country. They kind of just said, nah, it's Russia now, with like not really like going in with the army. Like it's
that's
just ours now.
Okay,
and no one did shit about it.
That's nice of them.
So now they're kind of like, you know what? We kind of want the rest of Ukraine. So we're just we might just take it. And
so is anybody going to help?
Well, the problem is since Ukraine is part of NATO, which is our big alliance, it's basically there to stop Russia.
And no one's going to help.
Well, that's the thing. We're actually really supposed to help. And there's other countries saying like, yeah, we think we're going to help. So if
everyone's
he tries to take it, we might have to
So everyone's kind of just like looking like, U.S., what up?
Yeah.
Are
you helping? Or
you're the one that talks all this shit.
Yeah, you're talking a lot of shit.
Come on, bro. You know Trump would be like, you know what? We're taking it. Fuck you.
That's the funny
United States of Russia.
That's the problem with Trump. I think this would be the one thing he would ignore because him and Putin are boys.
Or do you think this would be the time?
Fine. I don't even remember. Was that a country? It was USSR.
Ukraine.
We're down at the USSR. That's what it still is, right?
Yeah. You guys know that we're better at hockey than you, right? We won. Miracle. Fucking Melania's still with me. That's a miracle. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't. You know what? You know what my thoughts are? I don't give a fuck. I don't know.
You know what will happen? If it happens or not, it really won't matter that much. I think they're just going to take it, and we're going to let them take it. Because no one wants a hot war.
What are they going to do, though? Like, they're not going to North Korea these fucking people, are they?
Putin's got an army set up.
But does he hate Ukraine?
No, they want to make Ukraine. They want the USSR back. They want the whole area.
Well, let them have it. Who gives a fuck?
That's kind of what's going to happen.
What's Ukraine going to do on their own?
It's the sense like if as a country, like we United States are so powerful. We have the biggest army.
We're so powerful. We got all these dicks.
Yeah, we got these big dicks. We can do whatever we want. And we told everyone after the war, World War II, like, listen, we got all your backs. Everyone over in Europe, we're good. You got our back. We got our back. We're all together. Yeah. And now Putin's like, I'm just gonna take this one. You guys okay if I just take this one? And we're like, yeah, you told us. We were like, is
that the only one he took?
I mean, this stuff kind of happens on and off, but like that's the big one in the news where he kind of hopped in Ukraine. He annexed the one part, and now he wants all of it.
That's cool.
So, and then maybe it's the next country, and then it's another country, and then like Turkey doesn't want to play ball with us.
Where's Hitler when you need him?
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
This is a history lesson.
Do you think Hitler would be on his side?
Nah, I mean it's such a different kind of politics the way his ideology was.
Is Putin really that bad of a person?
No, Putin's like an ex. If you would know what their version of CIA, he's like an ex-agent. Okay, so he loves the power like anybody else. He wants to control. He wants to bring old Russia.
And we all agree Hitler's a bad guy.
Yeah, not good.
There's nobody that other than maybe Kim Jong-un.
Well, the reason that Hitler
but I don't think
was
they'd
so
like
bad,
each other.
Well, Hitler was so bad because he was basically killing the Jews just to kill the Jews. There was better ways to go about that to make it like to him to actually take over the world. But he was like, fuck it, let's just make it, fuck it, kill him. Like the way he did it. And that's why everyone was like, this guy's crazy. We need to kill him.
Like what was the other idea? Like, hey, you guys got to leave?
Well, yeah, there was
what we did with Native Americans?
Well, sort of like what Putin's kind of doing. Like, take your time. Like, Hitler was like, fuck it, we're going. We're taking over the world.
I know he was a bad guy, right? Yeah. But
obviously there's a lot more to this.
Right.
Than, me, the Matt Light podcast getting into
But it's so interesting because I'm so ignorant about it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm not a fan of Hitler. Like, I don't have a jersey or anything. Like, I'm not on that team at all. I think he's bad.
PewDiePie. You know who PewDiePie is?
PewDiePie?
Yeah, like one of the number one YouTubers.
No, is he a Hitler fan?
Well, that was like a big thing. He used to kind of joke about Hitler and show old footage and do things and like almost got him canceled. But he's so big. He's uncancelable.
Like Hitler. He's the Hitler of TikTok Hitler.
I feel like, can we move? I gotta get you off Hitler. It's all you want to talk about. Which way do you want me to go? Away from Hitler.
Do you want me to go?
Oh my God.
What?
This is a video podcast. I don't know what you're about to do right there.
Oh, scratching.
Well, if people listen to the audio, you're scratching.
He's
Putin's trying to take over Ukraine. He's not like Hitler. Is that you're trying to? It's totally
I just don't understand. So Putin's a bad guy.
Putin's not a great guy. He's basically.
Does he kill people innocently?
Oh yeah, he's cool about it.
Oh, well then why were you fucking acting like this guy's like not that bad? He's a piece of shit.
It's not like the same level.
Because he rides a horse shirtless. Like this guy's cool about it.
That kind of shit. But like
Hitler had like a sick like Volkswagen though, didn't he?
He did have like a nice car. He was all about propaganda. They love that shit.
Well, he was a big art guy too, right?
Supposedly, but so is George Bush.
Had a micro penis.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Hitler had a micro penis.
This is what you learned in high school.
No. Because I would search, why was he a bad guy? And they were like, because his dick's small. Oh. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not that bad of a guy. I mean, we got to cut this whole part out. No, we're literally cutting this whole part out. We're fucking done. We're cutting it off. I think it's
fine.
No.
Why?
Because I don't like that guy. I don't like Hitler, and I don't want people to think
you've not said anything bad, but just make me laugh the whole time.
I'm just so ignorant about
You're just so ignorant about it. Putin's bad. He's like,
okay, well, you said he wasn't that bad earlier.
No, but you quit trying to drag it. You're making it worse.
All right, Trump or Putin, who's worse?
Putin's worse.
Fuck that.
The Putin legit does assassinations old school. Has a guy coming with a needle, gets you. Yeah. And you're like, what was that? And then 3 days later, you die of a poison. He does that kind of shit. And then it's all on the news, and he's like, I didn't do it. Wink, wink. That's the kind of dude he is. So he's that kind of
I think we're going to cut all of this out. If you were listening today, you get it. We're not going to put that anywhere else. I think we're done. I think
you guys learned something.
I think I'm gonna donate to the Holocaust Museum. I think I'm gonna donate to American hockey fundraisers. I apologize.
That's good though.
See, I'm learning. Awareness.
See this exactly. You learned something, and now you're changing the way you see
I never
life.
was pro Hitler, fucking pro Mr. Beast Putin.
Wait, no, they don't go together.
Well, I hate them both, okay?
Mr. Beast sounds like he's someone from Russia, though.
If you could punch...
He looks like someone from Russia. He looks Russian.
Punch one... Why? Because he doesn't have a good facial hair? If you could punch one of them in the face, who would you punch in the face?
Just Mr. Beast. I don't want to die.
Mr. Beast?
If I punch Putin, he'd probably have me
No.
killed.
Nothing happens. You get the fucking hit.
Oh, let me light up on Putin then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Punch? You mean how my punch would be?
Yeah, would it be like one of these? Would you fucking really get him?
Oh, no. I mean, the best way I know how to throw it.
Where would you hit him?
Well, you want to hit him right here. And that's where you can kill somebody.
Punch him in his fucking balls.
Oh, that's not the same. There's something emotional about it, connecting him with someone's face.
Yeah, but you won't break your hand on his privates.
We got in some weird conversations. I don't know if this is the worst or best podcast episode.
Well, this is the worst because we're not using any of that.
We're using all of it.
It's a
podcast.
No.
It's a podcast.
No, we're not. Because if I get canceled over this.
No, what are you going to get canceled for?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Just because you say the word Hitler?
I don't like it anymore. When you date somebody who's Jewish, you realize you can't say that.
End the podcast so we can go eat. I'm starving.
All right, this was episode 9 of the Matt Light podcast.
I'm cutting the stream. Oh my god.